Weird Science number 13. The first story is a weighty decision. Now, are you ready to meet one of the stupidest people that I have ever seen in my entire life? Look at this beautiful opening page by Wally Wood. It's 1954 and Colonel Thatcher is being sent to a secret project. It's going to be extremely dangerous, and it's called dun 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 Operation Moon. There will be no buts involved in the making of this video, unfortunately. So Colonel Thatcher will be the commanding officer. And when he arrives, he finds out that it's going to take 10 months to complete. But that he's too fat. The gross weight of the ship, fuel, and crew has been carefully set. You, Lieutenant Forbes, must lose 10 pounds by launching date. The rest of you are perfect. You can lose if you like, but you must not gain. I must impress upon you the importance of these weight calculations. 20 pounds over the limit will mean death to you all. It will mean staying on the moon once you get there. And I want you to understand, gentlemen, that you have a slim chance at best of returning safely. Sounds like a great gig. But Colonel Thatcher has 10 months. And he meets Commander's daughter. And they fall swiftly in love. And over 10 months, they become inseparable. The night before, Myrna, the commander's daughter, asks to be shown around the ship. And she specifically asks, what's in a particular locker? Ding, 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 ding. We know where this is going. The next day they take off successfully, but they found out that they used too much fuel. What is going on? What miscalculation did they make? Oh, Myrna has stowed away. Okay, let's take a second. How is Myrna so stupid? She's the commander's daughter. The commander must have been talking about the project. They live on the secret base, and they must have talked about the weight calculations so many times. She's dating the commander for 10 months. And he's never once in 10 months said, oh, I've got to lose 10 pounds so that the weight calculations can be met. How does this woman not understand that sneaking on board the ship means death for them all? So what do they have to do? They have to decide which of them is going out the airlock. Initially, all the men are very gallant. They each want to sacrifice themselves for stupid Myrna and the safety of the others. But in the end, all of their jobs are super important and Myrna is expendable. So out the airlock she goes. Don't they have a book series about this? Of evolution of the fittest or something? Goodbye, baby. Click. A new life is beginning for me. It is the end. Silly, silly Myrna. Story 2 is called Saving the Future. The art is by Jack with a K, Cottrell. I can't wholly make it out. So we got this beautiful opening panel to show what's going to happen later. So we have two conniving scientists. They want to be together no matter what, but they don't mind doing animal experiments. So whatever happens to them, I am okay with. Look at the gorgeous art in this. So they need a formula for putting people into suspended animation so that they can be revived in the future. Now these two decide that they're gonna put money into a bank account and make sure that the bank account will never close, so that when they wake up, they're going to be rich. Now he deposited only $10, and I thought to myself, yeah, I know you're showing what a ridiculously low amount can get to so much money, but then I thought to myself, why not just put 100 and get even more? I mean, that's silly, but whatever. So these two connivers are doing this because he can't leave his wife. And the only way he could leave his wife is to outlive her. So he wants her to die while he's in suspended animation so that he can be with his honeypot. So they do it. Look at this cool suspended animation machine where no bugs or animals are going to chew on them for however long they're asleep. And then they show the money growing over time. So when they finally wake up, they chisel themselves out and they find out that they are extremely rich. But, dun dun dun, of course it's the woman in the story. It's so sexist. She had a cold when they went into suspended animation, and the future people can't deal with it. So it's an epidemic. It wipes everyone out. And these two are the only ones left on the entire planet. And of course, they can't stand each other, but they have to live with each other all alone for the rest of their lives. In the middle of the book, we have this very, very silly story where they go to the moon and they find out that the moon is actually made of green cheese. It was so silly. I was sad that I even read it. The next story is He Walked Among Us, and this also has art by Wally Wood, and it's gorgeous. There are explorers to planets. They drop one of them off, and they will come back later to pick him up. So he's going to explore the planet. But while he's there, he finds a civilization. And in this civilization, it's like Roman times. There's a big difference between the haves and the have-nots. This man decides that he will help the poor people with his modern technology. And of course, the people of this time period feel that this is miraculous. So we see where this is going. He becomes a Christ figure and he's brought before the officials and he is put to death. However, his cult has stayed on. Originally, the rocket that was going to pick him up smashed. So people don't get there for 2,000 years. And of course, 2,000 years later, there is this whole cult built up around this Jesus-like figure who was put to death by torture on a stretch rack. So now that square is their religious symbol of the man who would dare help the poor. Even though I knew where this was going, I really enjoyed the art and the story of it. Now this story, Say Your Prayers, art by Joe Orlando, was really fun. So we see the splash page of two kind of praying mantis people after a human being. So we've got this really devious bug praying mantis type race, and their whole goal is to go through the galaxy and conquer planets and kill and eat. So when they land on Earth, they start doing that. They're walking around, they're scouting, they're searching. The first person they come across is this man who's stumbling around drunk. And they're getting ready to deal with him, but they're wondering why he's not frightened. In his drunken stumblings, he drops a picture. And when they see that picture, they become so frightened that they book it out of Earth, never to return. They warn all their people to stay away from that planet because it's dangerous. Now, at this point, I was really wondering, what was in that picture? Well, in the picture, we see praying mantises being displayed. He's a bug collector showing off his collection of praying mantises being skewered. That was quite a fun ending. And there you have Weird Science, issue number 13. I hope you enjoyed looking at the art and the stories. Even if the stories were silly, the artwork was gorgeous. Please like and comment if you would like me to do issue number 14.